And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Guys, in today's video we've got an action-packed one for you. You can read there in the title some huge news as a triple deal could be agreed amid a signing blizzard, and that comes from very good sources. And we're also going to be going through our sort of match reaction, if you like, from the game against Newcastle last night, which in the Reds drop 2 points in this Premier League title race. So let's start with that one, of course. Liverpool have been phenomenal. Again, we were speaking about the run of fixtures that we had following that October international break, and we came through with flying colours. We drew one game, that was against Arsenal. We came up at the other end of it, beating Real Madrid, beating Manchester City, and we've been absolutely phenomenal. You know, I've been lauding this side so much, this manager so much, and going into last night's game at St James's Park against a struggling Newcastle side, I would say, so far this season, we did expect it to probably follow the same route. And at parts of that game, towards the end of that game, I did think we'd get out alive and actually perform another Arne Slot masterclass. However, it wasn't to be, as Newcastle scored a late equaliser on the 90th minute to separate us. In terms of share the points with Newcastle, which I'm sitting here, yeah, it's unfortunate, but it just goes to show how great we've been so far this season. I am, of course, not so happy the fact that we drew. I'm quite one of the, I think I'm a very anxious fan in a title race. I just want everything to be perfect, but stepping away from it, sleeping on it, I'm thinking actually, this probably would be a good point. It would be a good point because I thought the first half we were miles off of it. And to be fair, people are always talking about, there's other sides being talked about their injuries, Manchester City and Arsenal, where we've still got our first choice goalkeeper out. We've got injuries, Ibrahim Konate out. He's been absolutely pivotal, key for us so far this season. Trent Alexander-Arnold not being fully fit at the start of the game. So we've got our injuries as well. We've got our fitness concerns as well, which is not, you know, documented in the media near as much as Manchester City and Arsenal. But again, I just felt, you know, going into a midweek game is always a tough one. Going up to St James's Park, I've always felt that's a tough place to go. And yeah, I mean, it showed in that first half, a bit of fatigue, I think, as well. But again, our manager just shows what he's all about in terms of his tactical nuance on games, the way he can change matches. I think he's been absolutely fantastic for us, and despite us going into the halftime break 1-0 down, we managed to come into the second half. Arne Slot making a few changes, changed that game around, taking Gravenberch off. I thought that was probably one of his poorer performances so far this season, but bringing Dominic Szoboszlai on, bringing in Trent Alexander-Arnold, changed that. And as I said, we went 3-2 up, and I genuinely thought we were able to nick this game. I thought we were going to see us to come away with this and win the match, but unfortunately a mistake from Kelleher, and I'm not gonna blame the boy too much. He's been absolutely fantastic so far, and it can happen. But yeah, it's one to forget from Kelleher's perspective. But 90th minute, I thought we did it, but yeah, Scar getting the equaliser for them, and we have to share the point. So unfortunate, of course. I am pissed off. I always am when Liverpool doesn't get 3 points, but it is what it is. And I think maybe actually St James's Park isn't the worst of places to sort of drop points. And hopefully it's all about how we bounce back in our next game. It was unfortunate. I think a lot of Liverpool fans wanted Man United to do us a job. They're crap. They're ranked rotten. I don't expect Manchester United to do anything for us ever. And it is what it is. They won, and then they've closed the gap a little bit. So it is what it is. We've drew a game. We've dropped some points. But it's all about that next game now, and I'm hoping for the weekend to come around soon, quickly. And we've got the Merseyside derby, and what a game! It's going to be another tough match away. You know, Goodison Park is tough, especially the Merseyside derbies. I don't think we've got a great record recently at Goodison, so yeah, they can pose a problem for us. It's their biggest game of the season. I think it's the only game they play for, and you know, it's a successful season for them if they beat us. So it's going to be tough, but hopefully we can bounce back with a win and then get back onto another winning run. That would be absolutely fantastic to see. Despite that, guys, David Ornstein came out and provided an update. Some huge news yesterday coming out just before the game with regards to the three that are currently had their contracts are currently winding down. Those, of course, being Virgil van Dijk, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Mo Salah. There's been a lot been made about Mo Salah. We'll get to him in a moment. But the big one, of course, was with regards to Virgil van Dijk, and that is that Liverpool have made a contract offer to Virgil as an attempt to end the uncertainty over his future by tying him down to a new agreement. That's been an official one. As I said, talks of Van Dijk have seen Liverpool table an opening bid to keep the 33-year-old beyond June, though it has fell short of expectations so far. There has been no breakthrough on the value or length of extension, but it has been offered. The first offer has been there, and hopefully we can see that. Following that, Trent Alexander-Arnold, conversations are currently ongoing with him over a new contract as well. And with regards to Mo Salah, a contract offer is anticipated soon to the Egyptian king. So he's obviously been coming out recently talking about his current situation, but that should be ended. He will be offered a contract. He is going to be offered a contract, and that comes from David Ornstein. So positive news, I suppose, on those ones. I mean, look, Virgil van Dijk's not going to accept the first one he gets. It's just how it is. I do feel confident Virgil's going to be staying, but I just feel, he's not going to accept the first contract that he's given. No way. But I do think Liverpool are getting a move on now, and I think we'll probably, hopefully, have a conclusion with regards to these towards the end of the year. But it's good to see the club have opening talks in Mo Salah's case to get these contracts over the line. Mo Salah again showed his worth last night. 2 more goals for him. Absolute fantastic player. Best player in the world right now, in my personal opinion, in terms of you thinking about numbers, goals and assists. Still massively underrated. But if he wins the Premier League, Champions League, I mean, it's a long way to go, but Ballon d'Or contention, why not? I think he's been absolutely formidable, and he, for me, needs to be getting a new contract at this football club, and it's good to see from David Ornstein's insight that Liverpool are going to be opening discussions with him. Contract discussions are currently ongoing with Trent Alexander-Arnold, and a first contract offer has been submitted to Virgil van Dijk. So, we're getting there. Hopefully, we'll start to see some more coming forward, but that's the update we've got for you. But it does look like it's going to be a signing blizzard from Liverpool's perspective. And we will probably be pushing the boat out for regards to all 3 of them. So we'll have to wait and see. But Liverpool fans, that's kind of all I've got for you. Do let me know your thoughts on the game against Newcastle. How are you feeling after that one? Are you feeling disheartened? It's always horrible where you think you've won it late and then they equalise. It almost feels like a loss, but at the same time, I don't think it's the end of the world. I think in the big scheme of things, St James's Park isn't the worst place to go and drop points, considering we've beaten all the other sort of bigger sides within the league. So we'll have to wait and see what happens, and hopefully that will emerge as a great way forward. But Liverpool fans, as always, please do hit the like, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care, look after yourselves, peace.